anymore, I'm afraid.
You know, I wouldn't think anything of it. You know, if you met someone who was 20 or 30 years younger, that's fine. And if that's what makes you happy, that's fine. But for me, personally, anything now, I'm 42 now, so anything under 25 would just be horrendous for me. Because it would be like, I don't want to date someone who, like we've said before, who you could have given birth to and stuff. And, you know, and like, it's fantastic for your ego when a young man, you know, any of Shane's friends, they're like 18, 19, 20, and they come up and have a little flirt with you, and it's fantastic for your ego, and you think, oh yeah, still got it.
And my nephew is
don't
25,
embarrass me.
and he's got a little crush on you.
Oh, you see, anything under 25 is ridiculous. 25's fine. What do we have?
Don't you think, though, if you've been in a marriage for 30 years, and then you come out of it and you've had a pretty dreadful time for the last 10, when someone pays you a bit of attention and is younger, it makes you feel so vibrant and so fantastic.
But to have a relationship with them, I just know I would be like, we'd go up whatever, and he'd say something, I think, oh God, he's too young. It would just, but I've never fancied anyone.
I know someone who, similar sort of thing as you just said. You know, was in a marriage. It wasn't that great, and you know, it was a very sad divorce. And then she had quite an unhappy few years. And then she met a man who was not quite half her age, but you know, was a fair bit younger, and was only a little bit older than her son actually. And they got together. They got married. They're still together, and they kind of meet in the middle. She's very young for her age. She's very vibrant. You know, she looks a lot younger and acts a lot younger in a good way. And he's always been quite mature. He's an only child. You know, he's always been fairly grown up in his ways. And on paper, you'd think, oh, hang on. But then you meet them, and it works. It just works for them.
It depends on the people, I suppose, doesn't it? And, you know, each to their own and all of that, but...
Can you imagine going out, though, with your boyfriend, and, you know, it's the middle of the summer, and you go up for an ice cream or something, and they go, would your son like one?
I'd say, no, actually, he's my boyfriend. How lucky am I? That's what I'd say. Also, women
and they
reach
think she must have money.
No, well, there you go.
Well, enough for an ice cream, that's what counts.
Also, women do tend to reach their sexual peak older. So I'm up for it. Just, I think it's, you know, who cares? Who cares?
You just having a cup of tea.
You must have more, you know, body confidence than, you know, than I do. I must admit, it's apart from the sort of mental thing, in as much as, you know, you'd be talking about songs in the hit parade at different times, that sort of stuff. In terms of having not much clothes on, I don't know how I'd feel about a young, fresh person.
I'll tell you something, it's marvellous. And also, that's the thing, women, I think also, nowadays, I think the 40s is the 20s. I'm a lot more confident. I like my body a lot much more now, a lot more now than I ever did in my 30s. I'm a lot more confident now, so I would say, come on, guys, let's go for it. Come on!
You know, the offers will be flooding in.
I don't think so.
I think they will.
OK, time for tea now.
Time for a quick break. When we be back, we'll be catching up with today's tasty loose women treat. There you go, Jonathan Wilkes. But first, take a look at who's coming in to see us this week. Welcome back to Tuesday Lunchtime with us, the Loose Women. Now, I hope our final guest today doesn't mind being called the second most sought-after fella from the city of Stoke-on-Trent. But when you're best mates with Robbie Williams, it's bound to happen. However, it's him that everyone will be flocking to see as he takes up residence at the Regent Theatre in Hanley in this year's panto production of Cinderella. Please welcome Jonathan Wilkes.
How are we? Yeah?
I saw that.
No, they told me on the back, they said, right, when you stand at the top, 3-second count and then go.
Do you know, it's really good, you couldn't see your lips move or anything.
Could you not?
No. You're a natural on stage.
How are we, girls?
All right.
All right.
What do you think of Jane's thing about younger men, though, saying, you know...
I'm all for it.
Oh, yeah.
When I found
You're
out...
too old for her.
No, I'm not.
He was 20, he's in his 20s.
I'm still in my 20s, I'm still hanging on to my 20s here.
You know, and
Do you want to hang on to your 40s?
Hey! No, it's true.
Is that your bra size, then?
Oh, yes. I've lost weight.
Do you find
My
that,
hand shakes when I sit next to him.
do you find that completely repulsive, though?
Not at all.
No, you see,
Not at all.
That's where we all go wrong. We think
May I-
a younger man would never look at us.
Exactly. I think I remember back in my Blackpool days, and I was only about 18, and I kind of went fondling with an older lady, shall we say?
How much older?
I think she was about 12 years older than me.
I can't do
The
maths.
best night of my life, Carol.
There you go. There you go.
And mine.
Hey,
Thanks for that, love.
what are you doing this Christmas? Come and do panto
Oh, I
with me.
will. So what, your buttons in,
I am
in
buttons, yes.
Cinderella? So you're a
Yes.
cheeky chappy.
I am. I started rehearsals yesterday, actually. We've got a great cast. Shobna's there. You know Shobna from Dinner Ladies, which I think she's fantastic. And we've got a great cast. And Stoke-on-Trent for my 3rd year, because my hometown, you see.
Is that good?
So-
Where do you stay? Do you stay at
Well,
home?
I've got
or-
my mums, I've got, my nans and my sisters. But no, I just stay literally opposite the theatre, so it's dead easy.
So you've got a guaranteed audience of all your family
Well,
there.
it's great, and it's lovely because you kind of, kill 2 birds with 1 stone, really, because you can go back home at Christmas, and because my little boy now, Christmas is more special for me. Christmas is back again. Do you know what I mean? So
How is It's Mikey, isn't
Mickey.
it? Mickey, how
Yeah.
is he?
He's lovely. He's 19 months now.
Oh, is he
I
walking?
know. Yeah, walking,
Into
talking,
everything.
kicking, making the tea. He's fantastic. I'm loving it. I just love being a dad. It's the best thing ever.
Is he going to come and watch him panto?
Yeah, I'm going to get him on.
Are
I'm
you?
going to get him on. You're talking about little Connie. No, I'm only joking.
Are you going to put him on the stage?
No,
Opportunity not?
he just loves football. All he wants is a football, kicking footballs around. So he's a proper little boy. So it's just great.
How
It's
would
just
you
great.
feel, though, if he got to the age like Connie of 6 and wanted to do that?
Well, it's funny because I remember when I was 6, my first ever time I was on stage was when I was 6, and I did Hans Christian Andersen, and but it did me no harm. As long as you're well protected. I just think today in today's society it's different.
It is.
Back then it was all right, but now in today's world, which is driven by media, it's a completely different ball game. I think that's the difference.
Now, what about, going back to the panto for a minute, is Robbie in it or not?
I've heard all this, and no, that's a load of absolute cobswabble, to be honest with you.
Is it?
He's done it for the last 2 years, but I don't know where this has come from. Well, obviously, because it's been done for the last 2 years. But no, not this year. I've given him the year off.
Give him a year off.
But have you seen him with his beard
I was
today?
just going to say, it could be Santa.
Well, the reason I think he's doing it, he rang me yesterday and he says, "Youth, I've gone for a new look." Well, I think he's trying to be Santa. I think he's getting himself ready to do the delivery rounds.
Is he trying to disguise himself? Because he's wearing a hat, sunglasses, he's got a
I
beard,
just
everything
think
there.
sometimes it's like you girls. Sometimes you have a new haircut, don't you? You want a new image.
Or you have new hair put in that you can't take out.
Yes.
Like I've got at the moment.
Yeah, so you just have a little change of image, I think.
Would you ever grow a beard?
Do you know what? I only clean shave when I come on telly because my nan goes, "Oh, hi, Jonathan, I like seeing you clean shaved. You remind me of your granddad." So I do it for me nan, really, but there's nothing worse than shaving all the time.
It must be
It does me
horrible.
pipping. Ew. I mean, you used to watch me dad and watch him shave. Oh, I can't wait to do that. Now it does your head in.
And what about the wedding singer? This is something... And I was looking at your dates as well. You actually finish Cinderella on 13th of January, and then by the 22nd of February, you're starting something else.
Yeah,
You're
the
starting the
Wedding
wedding
Singer at the
singer. You
Palace
can have
in
no
Manchester.
time off at all.
Yeah, this is the one project I'm so excited. I've never been so excited about a project. It's a brand new show coming to the UK. Did you see the film with
Yes,
Adam
it's
Sandler?
fabulous. Yeah.
And it's a fantastic film, and it did really well on Broadway. And it's finally come to England, and
And
I'm
so do
going
you
to
do
play
the
the
whole
lead.
thing of being all perky, and then when his
Yeah.
relationship ends, crashing everyone
it's
else's?
fantastic. The script's hilarious. It's going to be brilliant. And as I say, we start that, and then I'm on tour for 5 months. But it is Panto first in the Regent Theatre in Stoke, which I'm really excited for.
Stoke is a fab theatre, though.
Star. It's one of the best. It's probably the best theatre in the country for me.
Really?
You know,
Well,
I
for you
love
it would be
I
because
love
your
it.
hometown.
But it is a fab theatre.
Yeah.
You know, and all the people are so lovely. You know, the thing is that I've got so much support there. I could go and sing Zippity Doo Dah.
And you switched the Christmas lights on for the first time, didn't you?
I switched the Christmas lights on.
Jonathan, you've reached.
I know. You know, you get these things in your life and you go, right, what do you want to go in your goals? One of them was switch Christmas lights on in your local town, and I did it.
What about problems? Are you interested in other people's problems?
I love them.
Do you?
Well, I said,
Another
though, I
one?
said to my wife, I said, look, Duck, the next time we have an argument, let's not all sort it. Let's go on national telly and do it.
Yeah.
Come on here.
We'll talk it out for you on here.
No, seriously, what do people think when they do that?
What, go on national TV and
let's
talk
not
about their
let's not
problem?
sort this out between ourselves. Let some bloke sort it out we've never met before. He'll sort our problems out.
We do it every day on here. It's
Well, we
do feels perfectly natural, you'll get very used to it. Bring her on. We'll sort you out. Jonathan, thank you so much for coming on.